Well, good morning, everybody. It is it's May, May 6th, 2024, and it's the favorite time of our week because it's Mondays with Bev and Paul. I think it's Mondays. It might be Tuesday or
All those M's.
M's, May, March, Monday,
May,
Mother,
mother.
Mighty, Sheesh, Meditation.
The big
The
M.
big M today. Hello, everybody. We love sharing Mondays with you, and we have this great little show. We're going to talk about BioTouch as meditation.
Oh,
And I've
interesting.
always thought that to be true. All the time I've ever practiced, I thought, there's no better meditation that I've experienced than doing BioTouch with people. And then I came across, shared it with you, this quote from Krishnamurti. And he goes,
Yes.
real meditation is right relationship between human beings.
Oh
Dun da da
my. I know.
da.
When I read that myself, I'm like, yes, indeed. And isn't that truly what we have been talking about in terms of biotouch? That relationship that brings two people together to practice love,
Yeah, I mean, just our manual, when we talk about the practitioner, we call them an associate. And the
right?
definition in the dictionary is one often in company with another, implying intimacy or equality, and two, one having an interest in common with another. And that's right there on our first page of
I
terms.
know. Absolutely.
And it's
It's
just
perfect.
always been that way. I mean, how many people use meditation? And years I did it. You had to sit on this little cushion, right?
Oh
And you had
yeah.
had to have your legs in
Posturing.
a certain
Right.
place.
In the lotus
Right,
position, as we
sit with this
call it, right?
particular curve on your spine. And back in
Yeah.
those days, you didn't pay somebody $5 to lead you through it. You just tried to do that, and then you would breathe this count and out that count, and it
Oh
was
yeah.
always for a purpose. You always were projecting a goal at
Yeah.
the end. And
Yeah.
Krishnamurti goes, that's not real meditation.
That's
Your
not what it is.
meditation is being keenly aware of what is right now.
Yes.
And
Yes.
BioTouch puts you in the what is
What
right
is
now.
in the and we've said that many times. The healing really takes place in just the presence of in the presence of being right now,
Yes.
right now. And my personal experience with BioTouch is exactly what you were saying. I Both of us benefit, of course. That's what a relationship is. But for myself as the associate and the recipient, it just allows us to be present in that moment with another human being, implying a wonderful relationship. That's when healing takes place.
Yes.
I firmly believe that because what? Well, we were talking earlier too about that. What we BioTouch helps you to feel cared for.
Yeah.
What?
I mean,
Yeah,
that the research showed over
yeah,
and over and over,
yeah.
feeling cared for. Well, off the charts. In fact, with that psychology students, those freshmen, and they were taught some BioTouch points, and then they were to go home, touch somebody with the points, do the points through the clothes or through cloth, and do the points off the body, energy medicine. And one of the great research questions, how cared for do you feel? And interestingly enough, the BioTouch was the only one where people felt more cared for.
Mhm.
Through the clothes was sort of neutral, but off the body, the energy medicine thing, people felt less cared for pre and post session. Very
Well,
interesting result.
I know. And of all the things, here we are doing a clinical research on how cared for you feel.
Right, right.
So you're kind of like, what? Okay, that's interesting. Where's all of the technology and the blood and all that kind of stuff that comes up? No, it's just how cared for. Well, that's a very interesting concept in a healing modality. But
Right.
when you touch another human being on the skin, which is what biotouch definition is, right? One person touching another person lightly on the skin, you get that immediate contact
Yes.
with another human being. And in this world of separateness that we have really developed on so many different aspects of our living, that is an amazing thing to enter into. Feeling cared for. You can only do that through another human being.
And it can only be done in the present. This idea of I love you has to constantly be reinstated because
Mhm.
that kind of love, which even Gary Schwartz talks about in the forward to BioTouch healing with the power in our fingertips. He talks as BioTouch is a high level of love. It's the kind of love that includes empathy and compassion, caring, kindness, gentleness, protection, safety, warmth, gratitude, appreciation, and respect. And that's why we say biotouch is one person touching another. It's not about isolation any longer.
Right,
It's
right.
about reaching out and having a relationship of love, which is only in the present moment, that's true meditation. I remember the
Yes.
one time, the only time I ever did LSD, right? I was on this trip with this hippie guy, taking him up to Northern California where all the hippies lived. And,
Gee,
we
imagine.
get off on Big Sur and he says, okay, you ready to take some acid? And I'm like, oh no, I hadn't even smoked marijuana, I don't think, in those
Right.
days. And anyhow, took this quarter tab, right? And I'll never forget. All of a sudden, I'm laying on on the ground on this ledge overlooking Big Sur, and this
Yeah.
blade of grass became my whole world. Everything was a blade of grass, and
Wow.
I'll never forget thinking at that moment, if I can do this with acid, why can't I live like this all the time?
All the time.
I
Wow.
never took another psychedelic after that, and it's always been my desire. And so when I found BioTouch, it was really sort of the answer to being able
Yeah.
to practice a deep, deep form of meditation, of being present with another human being with nothing but love. No projection, no diagnosis, no
No
recommendation,
expectations,
yes,
no intentions to begin with.
yes, just the simple thing of just touch.
Well, in this world, that's a mind-blowing concept. I'm sorry, but they're like, huh? Shouldn't there be all kinds of other stuff that we need to do? No, that's why we just reach out and touch.
Yes. And for many too, we always want you to know that that's could just be your beginning, because through that momentary meditation, we'll call that, through that awakening to my own self-awareness,
Mhm.
I then find the next thing that I need to do, that my body and my whatever that is that helps me guide me, soul, spirit, whatever, what
Whatever.
I
Yeah.
need to do in the world. I mean, I'm dealing with a prostate situation, and BioTouch continues to help me live in the present, focus on what's going on, and find the different things that I need to do
That
to
you
help
need.
to help this so that I can live, as people say, to 120. Imagine me being on this planet till 120. You got another 50, 60, 70 years to deal with me, folks.
Yeah, my grandkids say, "Oh, Grandma, you're going to live to be 150." Oh, well, okay. And why not? It's a quality of life. And
Yes.
I think that's another thing that I'm so really thankful for BioTouch. It really does bring a quality of life.
Yes.
Uh, and as we were saying before, in order for true healing to take place, which that body is empowered to do in any situation, you first have to have what? An environment of self-awareness to even allow that healing to begin. You can't, you know what I'm saying? And that's what BioTouch does. When it touches the body, it begins to open us up to all those different parts of ourselves.
Yeah.
And then this wonderful being cared for. That's why it's so incredibly important in the healing process, because it starts changing the whole environment that welcomes self-awareness, making different choices, the journey of healing, love. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Just on and on.
I mean, BioTouch has helped me over the years give up my concepts of what's proper healthcare, right? I
Yeah.
mean, you know, those days where I could only eat with wooden utensils, right? And
Right.
and had
But
to
you came through it.
had to be a chopstick, couldn't be silver, right? You know,
Right.
and had to be pottery. It couldn't be some manufactured thing you bought at Walgreens or Walmart or something. So, but and you never went to the doctor, and but you start to realize everything's been given to us for a reason, and to encourage people to respect their own messages, their own path, and not have people feel guilty of, oh, you're eating the wrong thing, oh, you're
Oh,
practicing the wrong, allowing people to come into their own meditation, to hear and to be led to wherever it is they need to go for the betterment of their life on this planet. And that's the beauty of our presentation.
yeah. I've often thought that with all of that information out there, you should be doing this. Don't do that. The moment that somebody says that to us, they are negating our own power to go on that journey for ourselves. The
Right.
moment that we listen to somebody else's advice, and I'm not saying that other people's advice is not worthy of looking at,
Right.
but to follow blindly is, but the moment that somebody says, I am here to heal you, or I can heal you, or whatever, they are on right there in that moment, negating your own power. And we keep saying it's the body that is empowered to heal. Just get in touch with it. That's what BioTouch is so amazing. It's this magical thing that when you open that body up, that's exactly what can take place. The ability to come into that self-awareness that, oh, I can make choices,
Right.
my own choices. I can change things.
We had I'll never forget again. We'll share it. The I don't know. He was some PhD in neurological work at a psychology convention, and he was saying, that when you have those wow experiences, true meditation, that wow experience, changes happen at the deepest seat of consciousness. And he pointed to us doing BioTouch outside the chamber there. He
Yep.
said, just go experience that touching that they're doing out there. And I'll never forget it, because everyone that we do this session with, even if it's in the middle of the mall, people spend that 3, 4 minutes. They open their eyes for a moment, or they're at the end of the session, whether their eyes are open or not, and there's chaos all around them, right? The
Yeah.
perfect meditation. It's
I
easy to
know.
go to a mountaintop and meditate. Try doing it in the mall.
Yeah, the mall.
And people are done with that session and they go, wow.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. We've all been out there at those malls and those events and everything with noise and everything. And it's just like if we do the headset on somebody, their eyes will close in the midst of all of that.
Yes.
And they're just present.
Yeah.
Their eyes close and everything else is all they're in touch with are those two fingers.
Yeah. It's a
It's
marvel.
amazing. Yeah.
So I went to the Andy Weil School of Integrative Medicine, just opened up here in Tucson, Arizona. They had an open
Ooh,
house. They have the uh, body, mind, and spirit centers,
spirit.
right? And it's all designed and coordinated with wind flows, and it's all I mean, beautiful, beautiful place. And up in the one of the rooms is what they've called a recharge room, and it's there.
Perfect.
It's in numerous hospitals too, for EMT people, people who are stressed, people who worked all
Yes.
day in the office. So you go in, you sit down, and you have this high tech Dolby sound around, and this the picture thing, and you can either choose to go to the beach or you can go to the rainforest, and you sit there for 5 to 10 minutes to recharge, and it's all this external stuff that just allows you to recharge. The whole time I'm in there, I'm thinking, oh my God, this is a perfect place for BioTouch. Imagine in these recharge centers, somebody just doing it wouldn't even take 5 minutes of just the greeting and the headset.
And the head.
And we have seen it over and over. That is a recharge. That is having practiced a 20 or 30-minute meditation, because meditation, you're stressed out just trying to relax your mind.
Just trying to get there.
This one, you've given it up to another human being, like Christian Marie says, right relationship between human beings is real meditation.
Yes. Wow.
So I propose BioTouch in all these recharging stations.
Oh, I like that idea. I second that.
So if you know of a recharging station, give us a call. We'll teach you how to do it. We'll teach. All it takes teaching one person, and it doesn't take 3 to 5 minutes even to do a recharge. Right. And we can document. I mean, we documented that before. We could do it again. So.
Oh my goodness, yes.
That's our purpose for being here every Monday. This is our meditation. I mean, we go to start this show, and oh my God, it's already 20 minutes. What the hell?
And we've kept it to 20 minutes. That's all we need, right?
That's all we need. 20 minutes once a week for the past, 7 or 8 years?
Coming up on 8 years this year.
If you don't have the message now, go have a shot of whiskey or something. Definitely. Hey, we have other ways to learn besides going to the website justtouch.com. I've got numerous people recently have downloaded just the ebook, and they've actually taken that ebook, never heard of BioTouch, practiced it, and they're already getting results. Nobody's teaching them how to do it. They're just looking at the book, reading it, watching the video. But if you feel like you need a training, we do have a one-day training coming up May 21st. 9 to 4:30 Arizona time. If you're a massage therapist, doula, or nurse, you can get 8 CE credits for that. And then we have our workshop coming up on May 22nd. Is that right? No, May 23rd. May 23rd. And it's a one we did a long time ago with Dr. Tiffany Hodges. She's a physical therapist. She does an awesome presentation on fibromyalgia. She is really good. In fact, she's so good here in Tucson, you can't even get an appointment with her. So we were always very honored to have her give a presentation, and we're going to show that again. So
she's wonderful. Yeah, it's timely because that's something that.
So if you know anybody's got fibromyalgia, watch the show. We give you the few sets of points you can do, and then remember, all you have to do is contact us, office@justtouch.com. Give us a call, 520-323-7951, and if we don't answer, leave a message as it says on the message, and leave it slow instead of hi, my number is you have to play it 20 times to hear it again. So.
You want us to call you back, and we want to.
Right. Please leave the message. Anyhow, we appreciate sharing with you this moment of meditation brought to you by BioTouch.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you, Bev, and thank you, everyone, for letting us into your home.
Have a good week, everyone.
Days in and days out, space and time is all about feeling pressure with the pain, in sunshine or in the rain. Living is a place in mind, giving is being kind. When the pain is too much, what we need is BioTouch. When I'm touching you, you are touching me. It's a simple thing to do and a natural way to be.